Yo, I'm DJ Illegal, and today I'm gonna show you how you really steal an album. In the world of hip-hop, well, I think Spanish hip-hop is very strong, especially with the South American part. So I can only speak for Europe since I'm from Germany, and I experience European hip-hop very well in all over Europe. And in the last 10 years, European hip-hop got very strong in every country. Like, doesn't matter if it's Poland, Germany, France, or then also especially in Spain. And I can really tell that the hip-hop scene evolved a lot, and it's very strong right now, and that's really good. Especially in Europe, I think, compared to the States, the hip-hop is more original, you know, the commercial hip-hop, I think, because here in Europe the people are more about the art and the art form, and that's very important to keep the real hip-hop alive, what we explain as real hip-hop basically. As a producer, I sample like a lot of music, and I don't really care how old it is or where it's from, and I actually sample quite a lot of Spanish music though, from like the 60s, 70s, 80s, and what I can tell is when I see Spanish hip-hop, obviously, you know, every country want to preserve their own culture and their own like language, obviously. So I see also a lot of Spanish hip-hop. They're using a lot of old Spanish music, which makes totally sense. So in a way, I think it has definitely a role in Spanish hip-hop, like saying the culture of Spain, you know, because everybody usually looks at the Big Brother in the States. Everybody orientates what's going on in America. So everybody try to sample like 70s funk sound and like 70s sound in the United States. So but here in Spain, I think they're also really looking at what's happening in Spain, what is cultural, what is like the roots of Spanish music, and they keep that into the new days of hip-hop, definitely. Because first of all, my dad is from Spain, and then I don't speak Spanish. That's really a shame though, but so I can get into the lyrics like that, but I see that Spanish hip-hop is a lot about like feelings. That's what I always what I catch. Like the Spanish language in general is like a very like feelful and like a very how can I describe that, like a very emotional language basically. So I think it plays a big role, and it's really more about like music and singing and tones instead of like just having technique in a way. That's how I see it. For example, in German hip-hop, it's like a lot about technique. People don't really care so much about the flow as long as they have like a technique, whatever. And in Spanish hip-hop, I think they go more with the flow and has more like a natural feeling in a way.
Hands up, hands up, hands up!
Most rappers or most people expressing themselves with hip-hop, they're like basically just absorbing the environment, and it's always a reflection of what you do is what's happening around you. So you can't basically ignore what's going on in the world right now, and especially hip-hop has always been an instrument or a voice for like what's going on right now, being political and having a message basically. So I think most definitely that's what hip-hop is about anyway, you know, like it started as an apartheid back in the days, and it always keeps it like that because hip-hop is a very strong art form, and it always transports a message, and being a little bit political is always part of hip-hop.